Hey YouTube, Fitzy Fading here. Week 28 update from my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. This morning I weighed in at 196 pounds. It is not my lowest. I was actually at 195.2 a few days ago. I had a little bit of some medical procedures done on Friday, and I think all of that's just playing into the little bit of weight gain. But I'm alright with it. 196 pounds is amazing to me. I feel great. I feel like I'm starting to get to where I want to be. So I'm very excited about that. Let's see some new things. This weekend I worked a local consignment sale that I am part of, and I have not seen this group of ladies since right after I had my surgery in August. So I was still like 279 pounds-ish. They could not believe how much I had changed, and it made me feel so great. The biggest thing was that the people in charge told me I needed to get a new shirt. Now, a little bit of backstory. The largest size that they have in shirts is a 2XL. And yeah, I wear a 2XL. I think this is a 2XL. But those shirts were always a little small. They fit me very snug. And just a few weeks ago, I was telling my husband how excited I was that the shirt didn't fit so snug anymore. So I was ecstatic to be wearing that shirt. Even though it was still a 2X, I was fine with it. So they told me on Saturday that I needed a new shirt because my shirt was too big. So I reluctantly agreed and went and got an extra large shirt, and I put it on, and they all said no, I needed to go smaller. And I informed them that I haven't worn a shirt that didn't have an X in front of it in at least 16 years, if not longer. They told me I needed to try the large, and I wore a large shirt for the whole day. Now, it's not going to fit after I wash it because these shirts shrink. But it didn't hug my body like the 2X used to. So that's pretty cool. I can say that I wore a size large shirt, and that feels awesome. Let's see what else. Not much is really going on. I'm still struggling food-wise with finding new things to eat. I just don't know what to eat anymore. I pretty much live on chicken. It seems to be the safest bet. I haven't started working out again. I need to go and see my nutritionist and really get a good game plan for what's going to work best for me. As you might have remembered from the previous video, I was told that I was starving my body, and that's why I was gaining weight. So I stopped working out to see if that theory was true, and it ended up being true. So now I have to decide, work out so that I can tone what body I have, but I'm going to have to increase my calorie consumption, or not work out and keep my calories the way it is. And I think I'm kind of leaning towards that route, but I don't know. I need to talk to the nutritionist to see, and I need to talk to my doctor and see. There's benefits to both. It's not just about losing weight. It's about a lifestyle change, and it's about making my body healthy. So I want to make sure that I do this the healthy way and not just the quickest. I do need to go and buy new clothes, but I kind of don't want to. I don't like shopping for clothes right now. I should, because I'm fitting into smaller clothes, but it's just like it was before. You try on one pair of pants and this size fits, and you try on another pair of pants and that same size doesn't fit in that pants. And so it's a mind game. You feel like you're going back and forth between feeling super good about yourself to feeling super bad about yourself. And I just hate it. I've never liked shopping though. But I do need some more tops. I'm gonna have to go through and get rid of quite a lot. They're just looking way too baggy. Let's see what else is going on in my world. It's been kind of a crappy week. I'm not gonna lie. I have wanted to indulge in foods that I shouldn't eat, and I will admit I've eaten a couple, but for the most part I've been pretty good. But it has been a horrible last couple weeks, emotionally, physically. It's just taking its toll, and I hate it. February, good riddance. You need to get out of here. My anniversary is in 3 days. My husband asked me what I wanted to do, and I don't know. We always have gone out to eat for a fancy dinner. A place that I love. They have this wonderful loaf of bread that they bring you. It's a steak place, so steak is fine, but I can't eat enough to justify the price. So I don't know what to do. You know, birthdays and anniversaries and celebrations have always revolved around food. And food is just fuel for me now. So I don't know what to do. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. He did ask if I wanted to have a Roomba, if we wanted to get a Roomba for ourselves. And I really want one. I really do. But I really want a Vitamix as well. So I'm kind of on the fence. I'm thinking that maybe I can save up enough money and get both. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't really have much to say. I know that's weird. A lot of other people do. I don't really have any medical problems going on. I look back over the past 6 months and I see that my journey's actually been really, really easy. And I'm very thankful for that. I haven't hit like true stalls. There are people that talk about stalls, and I've talked about stalls. But there are people out there that stall for months, and I feel for you guys. I am so thankful that I haven't had to experience that yet. I've stalled for like a week, or I've gone up a little bit, or even just stayed the same, and that's depressing enough. Like, I mean, the fact that I went from 195.2 and the next day I was 197 really upset me. But that was the day of my consignment sale that I worked, and I didn't eat dinner until I got home, which was almost 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, I was going to be higher. I didn't beat myself up for that. So yeah, those of you that have stalls, I feel for you. If you're thinking about having this surgery and you have stumbled across this video, I hope that you do. I hope that you have it. I hope you're able to have it, because it is life-changing in such a great way. I have had doubts about whether or not I should have done the bypass instead of the sleeve, because I had 150 pounds to lose. And I'm so thankful that I didn't. My body works the way it's supposed to, that God intended. It's just smaller. And I love it. I do have to take vitamins. I take them every day. I sometimes forget. But that's just a small sacrifice in the grand scheme of things. I think this is probably the best thing that I have ever done for myself. So if you're on the fence, if you don't know if this is the right path for you, you probably should think really hard, because if you thinking about it, then that means that you really do want to do something. My husband is a big guy, and he's lost weight before, and so I know he can do it. And I don't think that he's a good candidate for the sleeve, and I'll tell you why. It's not because of how much weight he has to lose, but it's his addiction. My husband cannot walk past any food and not eat it. Like, he just can't. And I don't think that the sleeve will help him, because he will learn how to eat around his sleeve. He will learn that he can eat a little now, wait, eat a little more, wait, and it's not going to work. I think he really does need the bypass, in hopes that he is one of those people who experience dumping syndrome. But he wants to just do it the old-fashioned way, which is great, because I know he can. I've seen him do it. But you really need to look at why you feel like your struggle for losing weight is. If you have a true food addiction, I think the sleeve can become an issue for some people. So just really look at it. I don't have a food addiction. I can take or leave food. I eat the wrong food, and I eat too much of the wrong food whenever I do eat, but I can take or leave food, and my husband can't. Let me give you, for instance, about what I'm talking about. Yesterday he went to the store to get some stuff to build me some shelves. He picked up a chicken biscuit from Whataburger. I don't know if you know what Whataburger is, but here in Texas it's like supposedly like the best thing ever. I'm a Texan and I don't like it. Sacrilege, I know. So he picked up a breakfast biscuit from there, and he called to tell me that he did, and I informed him that I had already started making some breakfast. My toddler and I made some blueberry muffins. Not that I was going to eat them, but just she could have one, my husband could have one. They would be there for the week for him for breakfast. And then we made bacon in the oven instead of frying it. Well, he came home and he ate 3 slices of bacon and 2 blueberry muffins on top of what he had already eaten. So that's what I'm talking about. A normal person would have already had breakfast, came home, and not needed to eat anything else. So as much as I want him to have the sleeve or the bypass, I don't think the sleeve is the right one for him. But just think about it. It's a great tool for those that, you know, don't really have a problem with eating everything in sight. If you have a problem like me where you just eat too much, or you don't always eat the right foods, this will probably be a great tool for you. If you can't walk past food without eating, maybe look at the bypass, especially if you have a lot to lose. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm not a doctor, but that's just what I think. So yeah, that's really all that's going on. Nothing crazy, nothing major. Just living life, feeling good, counting down to my goal weight. So my ultimate goal is 150, but my next little mini goal is 170. So, you know, 26 pounds away from that. I'm hoping to be at goal by summer. We'll see. It'll just depend, but that's my hope. So yeah. If you have any questions or want to leave a comment, I love to read them. And I will talk to y'all hopefully next week. Bye, YouTube.